Centuries-old secret plans. One can understand world history in its past, present and future development only when one has understood that in addition to our visible social systems such as politics, economy, science, military, religion, etc., there are also secret groups and their systems that operate out of ambush. They have powerful influence, and they set the course on all levels, and so they rule and govern without the hard-working world population noticing them, let alone knowing them. They are groups that have long since brought the world's financial flows under their control with great skills and in this way exert influence on every country in the world. They manipulate every policy, every military, every economic system, every science, every culture, every religion, ideology, and everything else there is. They operate invisibly to the human eye. For centuries already, these groups have secretly worked out strategies and plans to control the entire world. In their consciousness, they do not belong to a single nation or race of this world. The world itself is their focus. They do not want to rule over a village, a city or any country. Not even over one or two continents. They strive for ultimate world domination. And in order to reach this unbelievable goal, from the very beginning they designed plans on how their secret organization could become master over all countries of the earth. For these global players, the individual countries and continents are nothing more than soulless playing fields on their monopoly board. The hardworking peoples are merely interesting and useful to them, but are completely meaningless from an ethical and moral point of view. So their thinking does not correspond to that of the common people. Ordinary mortals generally think little further than the tip of their nose. Organized in secret societies, these manipulators, in contrast, are thinking in decades and centuries. In order to be able to bring even one single great power under control, they sacrifice whole countries and cultures, without batting an eye. But in order to rule all the countries and great powers of this world, they do not shy away from destabilizing all of them beforehand. Thus, they organized chaos, fictitious threats, wars and terror of all kinds. And they can easily do this because they have budgets of trillions at their disposal. It is about unscrupulous financial oligarchs who have manipulated almost the entire cash flow of the earth into their private hands since money exists. Their founders were the inventors of money, so to speak. They invented money with no other intention than to be able to control everything through the outflow of interest and compound interest. Ever since the state people borrowed their money, this money in economic secret society has manipulated our politicians and visible leaders freely at will. Their organizations have been influencing all the countries of the world for several hundred years. Summarizing so far, one can only understand the 100-year review of political military developments in this world if one has understood that there are oligarchies organized in secret societies that are thinking strategically in centuries. In order to be able to rule the people of the earth, they are planning the strategic destruction of all great and small powers in processes ranging from decades to centuries. Sometimes they plan the destinies of nations, such as 3 world wars, as they were clearly outlined in 1871 by Albert Pike, a 33rd-degree Freemason. First, a World War I must serve to overthrow Tsarist Russia. A Second World War must help to found the State of Israel and to strengthen communism. A Third World War should begin with controversies between Muslim leaders and political Zionism. The rest of the world, however, is to be drawn into the conflict until complete exhaustion at all levels. This is the satanic plan of the 33rd-degree Freemason and Satanist Albert Pike, 1871.